Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome here if you are new, and thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome back if you've been here for charm readings before. Thank you again always for your support and bringing all of your lovely energies here for the charm reading today. So this is another monthly reading for the month of August 2021, and we are here for Pisces. So this is for all Pisces sun, moon and rising signs. And we are looking at your month ahead for August and what you'll be focusing your energies towards, where your attention will be focused, any possible challenges or obstacles that may be coming up for you. We're just having a general look at what is going on with you Pisces in the month of August. So we're halfway through, or over halfway through the year now, and I hope you've enjoyed your year so far. And these readings are really great if you're already in a very good highly vibrational positive state of mind. Then these are great readings for just keeping that momentum going and just continuing to find some positive messages and guidance to keep you in that high vibrational state, so that we can get some really good messages from the charms for that. And for anyone else who's perhaps not had a great year, or you're just needing a little bit of guidance, then this hopefully will help you get into a really positive mindset, and we'll get some inspirational spiritual messages of guidance here for you for what's coming up. So let's get into your reading, Pisces. So here we have the mixing cup, and we're going to pop you in there, and then I'm going to give the mixing bowl of charms a really good mix, and we'll see what messages are coming up for you in August. Okay, I felt like there was quite a few there, but they were all like a lot of the smaller charms, which we don't often get. So let's see what charms you were given and what messages are coming up for you. So this is the noisy part. I'm just going to give them a good shake, but it makes quite a lot of noise. So if you'd like to temporarily turn down your volume, then please feel free to do so. Oh, that felt like a really noisy one, didn't it? Did that sound really noisy to you? There's a lot of clattering going on there. Okay, this is a really interesting casting. So I'm going to spend a bit of time just taking a look at this, but I'm going to zoom in so we can get a closer look at what's going on with you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, so here we are with your full reading a little bit closer up. So oh my goodness, there's so much going on. But before I want to dive straight into it, I'm just going to quickly go over how I divide up the board and how I'll be reading the charms in different areas of the board. So for anyone who's new here, it will give you a better understanding of how I approach these readings. So in the very center of the board here is where I will be reading what's taking your most of your energy and your focus and your attention. So what's going to require some particular attention from you there in the month ahead. And at the bottom of the board, I will be reading this area as any possible challenges or obstacles that may be coming up for you. In the top of the board here, this is your thoughts and feelings area up here. So anything that's running through your mind or anything that's on the forefront of your mind that you're putting a lot of energy and focus into in your thought process. On the left hand side, over here is the recent past, so that's anything in the last few weeks or months that you've been going through or experiencing, any obstacles or challenges that you've overcome. This will be coming out here from your recent past. and that's on the left hand side. On the right hand side over here, that will be your near future. So this is the direction that you're moving towards, what might be coming up for you in the next few weeks or months in the near future, and where you'll be shifting your energy and focus towards, and what's possibly coming up for you. So with all of that being said, let's go straight into your reading with finding you here, Pisces. So you're right here in the center of everything. So you're really, what I'm hearing actually is that your main focus throughout the month of August is yourself, which is never a bad thing. So I feel like you may be taking a deeper look at yourself and changes that you may be wanting to make for yourself here. So it's interesting because there is a lot. In fact, 90% of your charm reading is up here in your mind. So my goodness, Pisces, there must be a lot going on for you, a lot that you're thinking about. And it's perhaps where you're wanting to make some changes. So what I'll do, it's where to begin. Where do you begin, Pisces? So what we'll do is we'll look at what you've been coming through recently, and then we'll go to your challenges and obstacles, and then we'll work our way slowly up to what on earth is going on in that brain of yours. Obviously lots going on, lots of things that you're contemplating and thinking about, so we'll get to that. Starting over here in your recent weeks and months, your recent past, we have a couple of interesting things. So you do have a random initial up here in the corner, so that was the letter Q. I don't know if you can see that too clearly, but that is the letter Q. Again, I always say, as I'm reading the initials, it really could be something very different for everyone. So that could literally be the name of a person, a place, an experience, an occupation, or an opportunity that's come in for you. So whatever has been going on there, as it's up in your thoughts and feelings as well. It could be Q for questioning. I'm just getting that popping into my head. So it could be that maybe you've been questioning a lot about what's going on with you and what's happening in your life. I'm just getting that for some of you. Again, initials don't always resonate with everybody. It may not mean anything to you at all, but please just take that as it resonates with you. And then going out, it's something you've maybe been working on recently, or something that's been taking a lot of your attention and energy recently, is this little section of charms here. It's slowly working its way into your main focus, but it's maybe something you've already started focusing your energy towards, and that maybe you're moving away from now. But we have some really good charms here. So we have the crystal ball. This is my bead that I use to represent a crystal ball, and it's just a really lovely energy of spiritual guidance. So maybe for some of you, you've been being able to look a bit closer into your spirituality, and you're being able to trust in that guidance that's been giving you. And it also is a sign of clarity as well. So being able to see more clearly a situation that's been going on around you. And that situation could be related to love, because we have the great big sparkly word love here, which is great. So that doesn't have to be a romantic love as well. It could just be love for yourself. So having a better understanding through connecting on a spiritual level, maybe having a better understanding of yourself and being able to love yourself more, which is always a good thing. But it can also be about having a clearer picture of the relationships that you have in your life, whether that's friends or family, but also it could be romantic as well. So maybe a clearer understanding of a relationship that you've entered into, or a current relationship that you're in. It's interesting because we're also seeing here, I'll just quickly point out this because you do have another initial. Have I got it the right way around? If you could see that at all. It's so hard to focus on these tiny letters. Sorry, it's the letter B. Okay, so again, as I said, it could be an initial of a person, it could be a place, an opportunity, experience, whatever that may mean for you, but that's showing up here in this relationship here. So This may be, as I was saying, a spiritual relationship. It could be you yourself connecting more spiritually, and surrounding yourself with lots of love and for yourself, and lots of loving, supportive people around you. Or it could be seeing a little bit more clearly into a romantic relationship that you're having as well. And the interesting thing I was about to say here is the stag. So the stag, we don't see too often, really. I don't have the stag. It's one of my favorite charms. I love it, and I really don't see it very often in readings. But the stag is representative of moving forward without hesitation. So it's about being assertive, about really stepping into your power and going for what you want, but without hesitating. So it's about having that spiritual guidance, being able to see a situation more clearly and just really going for it. And again, as I said, that could really be connected to a romantic relationship for some of you, or it really could just be a personal spiritual connection with yourself, and just finally being able to step into your power and go for what you want. And really that self-love and having that belief in yourself as well. So that may be something that you've been working on in the recent weeks and months. But moving on here into your main focus, I think we're just going to have to go for it. I think we're just going to dive straight into whatever's going on up here in your mindset. So we have some really lovely charms here with the dolphin. And the dolphin is about creating balance in peace, with peace and harmony. So it's creating balance in your life, and bringing peace and harmony into it. Also, the dolphin is just a really lovely, fun, playful energy as well. So reminding us to have fun as well in our lives, and that's what's going to bring that happiness and that peace and that balance. That's closely connected here to the swallow. And the swallow is representative of family and home. So this is really about you thinking about, you're putting a lot of thought and a lot of energy into your home life and your family as well. So with it being closely linked to the dolphin, it's perhaps looking at finding peace and harmony in your home and with your family. So this is definitely something that's going on in your mind, perhaps finding a way, perhaps you've been thinking over how to find a way to create that balance and that harmony in your home life, or around your loved ones and your family. You do actually have lots of initials actually. So you do have the letter H, which could be representative of home. For some of you, that's maybe really, really where your mind is going to a lot lately, is your home life. But you also, slightly below that, you do have the initial of the letter R. Covered in glitter, sorry. So you have the letter R there as well. So again, that may resonate for you or not at all, but like I said, it could be an experience, an opportunity, occupation, a person's name. It could really be representative of many different things. And so we're moving across now, still in your thoughts and feelings here. We also do have the dagger, and the dagger really can represent a couple of different things. It can be a need for sacrifice. So perhaps you're maybe needing to give up on something. This is something that perhaps you're thinking about letting go of, or sacrificing in order to be able to make changes and move on. So that's not necessarily for everybody, but it also does represent taking up a challenge as well. So maybe there's an idea going on in your mind about possibly something that you've been finding difficult or you've been finding challenging. It can also really be representative of caution as well. So what I'm seeing here next to the pig, so I'm just going to quickly point out, you also have another initial, which is I read this one as the letter N. So that's the letter N for you there as well. So as I said, it could be that you're needing to give up something and let go of something here with the dagger and that sacrifice energy. So sacrifice is just giving up something for for the help of others, maybe. So maybe you're having to let go of something in order to help somebody else, or to help you move on, to make some changes in your life. But what I'm really seeing it here is more of just a slight caution. So the dagger can represent just a slight warning, nothing too scary or dangerous, but it's very closely connected here to the pig, and the pig can have positives and negatives to it. It's adorable, we can't hate the pig. Look how cute. But it really can represent, on a positive note, it's really about prosperity and good fortune. So some really good positive attributes to the pig there. So also on a negative side, it really can represent overindulgence and greed as well. It could also be a stubborn energy. So with it being next to the dagger here, it could be that it's just a slight cautionary warning towards not being too overindulgent, or not being too stubborn or stuck in your head. So where it is up here in your thoughts and feelings, it could be that perhaps you're getting a little bit too caught up in your head, and you're digging your heels in about something. And as I said, on a positive note, it really could be that on the forefront of your mind is that perhaps you're looking at ways of being more prosperous and bringing in lots of good fortune, and therefore, as I said, the dagger could represent taking up a challenge. So it may be that you're starting something new, you have a new idea or a new project that you're starting to think in that maybe help you towards gaining that prosperity and that good fortune. So it's a mixed message, because it can really mean something different for everybody. But as I said, I'm really seeing it more of a cautionary tale just towards that negative side of the pig, which does represent overindulgence and greed. So just being careful not to overdo something, and also not to be too stubborn and dig your heels in about a certain situation either. So whatever is going on there, that can mean something very different for all of you. You also do have, moving along, another initial. Oh, so this one's upside down. This is the letter T. Okay, so you have the letter T there, and you have that closely in between the pig, and you have the charm of the cat here. And the cat is a really good energy. To me, it brings like a message of hope, and also it has like a very lovely, cool, mysterious vibe about it. But it's really mostly representative of independence as well. So as it represents hope for some of you, it could be that you're being hopeful about a certain situation or a certain idea that you've been having. And for others, it really could just be representative of that independence. So you're really starting to think about going into something more independently. So it could be that you're thinking of branching out and setting up your own business, or maybe you're leaving home, maybe you've been living with your family and you're going out on your own to live independently. It could be lots of different things, but it's up here in your mind and in your thoughts and feelings, and it's just that I'm getting that sense of wanting and needing to be more independent. So that's definitely showing up for you there. We also have it next to this charm here, which says hi. It basically just represents communication. So whatever is going on in your thoughts, in your mind here, it's just perhaps a reminder to communicate those thoughts and feelings to others, because where you're getting that need of that independence. Again, with the pig here, I'm getting the word with that stubborn sort of energy. I just keep getting the word stubborn. So it could be that your need for independence is perhaps actually bringing out like a sense of stubbornness in you, and maybe you're digging your heels in about something a little bit. But in order to not get stuck in that negative mindset, perhaps you just need to communicate your feelings and your thoughts with other people. So if you've got ideas, or you want to just sound out some thoughts with some people. It's just reminding you here just to keep an open communication. Don't keep all of those thoughts and ideas in your head, because it's getting quite cluttered up here. So it's just about reminding you to keep that communication open with others, because that could be really, really important, just for you to express your opinions or your thoughts or your ideas, so that other people can understand what's going on for you in your mind there. But hopefully that would help release any of that kind of stubborn energy, because that independent energy is a really, really good energy to be in. So it's really about standing on your own 2 feet and going for what you want, and being independent, and that's a great thing. But just be careful not to get too defensive about it or too stubborn, and just keep an open communication with others around you. Really share your thoughts and ideas and opinions with others as well. So we're going still sort of up in your thoughts and feelings area, but it is getting down into the main sort of focus here for you, Pisces. We also have the wine goblet here, the wine glass, and that's representative of a celebration or an event. So maybe this is the reason it's showing up here in close to your thoughts and feelings is perhaps this is something you're planning. So maybe you're planning a celebration, you're planning it for somebody else, or you're for yourself. You could be planning a party or an event or a celebration, but that will be coming into your main focus here for the month. But what we're seeing it here is that it's closely connected to the wooden button. And the wooden button literally represents simplicity. So it's about not overcomplicating something. It's also representative of a very make do amend kind of mindset. So just keeping it simple, making do with things that you have around you, and not overcomplicating a situation. So with it being connected to planning, the possibility of you planning this celebration or event, you're being called upon just to perhaps not overcomplicate it and make it just try and keep it nice and simple as well, which is interesting because you also have it right here with the rubber band, and the rubber band is all about flexibility, and the word I'm getting here is compromise. So if you're planning an event with others, or if you're making plans for something for yourself, you're maybe called upon to compromise, which is where this simplicity comes in. So you're in order to keep it simple and not to overcomplicate things, you may be needing to compromise with others around you. And we also have it with the knife. And again, this tiny little knife doesn't come out very often. So you've got a few charms here that we haven't seen for a while. So this very particular message of the little knife here is just about it could be representative of like cutting the tension. So maybe there's a bit of an atmosphere building up here that's there's a little bit of tension going on with this around this particular event, but it's really just a reminder to perhaps cut any negativity or anything that's tying you down or holding you back, just to perhaps cut away the things that are creating that negative energy around you. So where there may be tension building, it's just calling upon you to just to be able to diffuse the situation, or to cut away that negativity. And again, that may come through compromise as well, because we're seeing that with that rubber band and that flexibility. And the rubber band is also about expanding your comfort zone for some of you as well. So maybe stepping out of your comfort zone. It's interesting because I'm getting a message of it being a control issue. So for some of you, particularly if it's around planning, maybe there's a bit of a need for you to want to control a certain situation, or maybe you feel that you are not in control of a certain situation, but you're going to need to let go and to cut the ties of that, whatever's causing that tension there, because you need to be able to release that negativity. As we said, we have the button here that's all about simplicity and just not overcomplicating a situation. And again, I'm just getting the word compromise for you there. So you also do have this sea glass here, which is coming into towards your main focal point, and that is representative of a renewal of energy. So it could be healing, and it could be a regeneration and renewal of yourself or a certain situation. So maybe you are starting to again, as we have that independence up here in your thoughts and your feelings area, maybe it's a feeling of wanting to make a change for yourself, to start something new. Maybe you've been healing, maybe you've been taking some time for yourself, you've been thinking things through, and this is just a really lovely positive energy that's all about renewal and regeneration. Moving down here, again, this is coming into your focal point for the month. We do have the revolver, which can be representative for some a feeling of perhaps being a bit defensive. So maybe you've been feeling, for some of you, that you've been needing to defend yourself in some way. And for others, it can be representative of getting started with something. So it's literally almost like pulling the trigger and getting going on something that you've been thinking about starting in your life, but perhaps you haven't actually put the effort into get going yet. So that's just a reminder to get started there. And it's interesting because it comes up here with the acorns, again another little charm that we don't see too often, and the acorns are representative of growth and new beginnings. So it's the early stages of something, so it's the beginning of something growing into like mighty oak. So it could be an idea that you've had that you're really starting to grow and to develop, because that could really grow into something very, very great. And we have it also connected to the little safety pin here. The safety pin is about making something more secure and creating more security in your life. So it's interesting that it's come up in this area with the revolver, that's about getting things started, and you have the early stages of something growing. So it's the new beginning here with the acorn, and the acorn can also represent spiritual growth for some of you as well. But what I'm seeing here is that perhaps it's an idea or a project that you've started or you need to get started on, but it's something that's needing to create security for you. So you're securing an idea, or you're securing or you're wanting to create something that's going to bring you more security in your life. So with the acorn here, it's just going to take time to really grow and develop that idea, but it's definitely something you're going to need to get started on there. And for others, as I said, it could be that there's a defensive energy around this. So just be careful not to be overly defensive or protective of your ideas. As I said, keeping that open communication with others. Maybe others don't always agree with you, perhaps not everybody agrees with your idea or the direction that you're wanting to go in, but just be careful not to be too defensive and not to create too many barriers around. Healthy boundaries are a really, really good thing, especially if you're nurturing a new idea. It's definitely okay to create healthy boundaries around you, but be careful not to be too defensive and to build up barriers that will end up pushing people away maybe. So definitely possibly a project or an idea going on here for you. And it's definitely if it's not a project that you're beginning, it's a new beginning coming in for you, but it's in the very early stages at the moment, and then you'll eventually over time see that grow and develop into something bigger and better. And going over here, still coming out of your thoughts and feelings, but coming into your focus as well. It's a really, really good thing here for you, Pisces, because we have the seashell, which is about your personal environment, your personal space, and that's about creating the right environment for you. So where we have the cat here with the independence, it's just about surrounding yourself with standing up for yourself. We have the stag here, which is all about assertive energy, stepping into your power, and the seashell is really about creating the perfect space and the perfect environment for you. So it's really about gaining that independence, finding out what you want, and really stepping up for yourself and taking taking the lead in your life. So creating the perfect space, the perfect environment around you there, Pisces. And that's going into this crescent moon energy here. So first of all, I'll just point out you do have another initial, and that is the letter F, if we can see that clearly there. So that's the letter F, and that's closely linked to this crescent moon. It was kind of up in that position, but it's really like a waxing position. So the waxing crescent moon actually represents manifestation. So it's really about taking time to set your intentions, focus on your goals, and really put your thoughts and your energies into manifesting those goals and those dreams coming in. So that's a great energy. So where you're wanting to gain that independence, where you're wanting to make those changes and to heal and to renew yourself, possibly there's something you're working on here that you're growing and developing, but it's really talking about setting your intentions, really focus on what your goals are, what you're wanting to manifest in your life, and really going for that. So whether you choose to write that down, whether you choose to meditate on that thought or that idea, however you choose to go about that, it's really something different for everyone, but it's really just reminding you here, this is going slightly more towards the coming weeks and months in your near future, just about focusing your attention a little bit more towards really making a good plan for your goals and the direction that you're wanting to move in, and manifesting those experiences and opportunities for yourself. So that's a really great energy there, and that ties in really nicely here with the Sheriff's badge, which is in the absolute center of the board right next to you here, Pisces. And the Sheriff's badge for some can mean it can call upon a need for trust and honesty. Maybe that's for some of you that you're needing to be honest with yourselves about what it is that you want to bring into your life, what you want to manifest, and also trusting in your own abilities to be able to bring that into your reality. And for others, it can mean just about rewriting the rule book. So throwing out the old rule book and rewriting your own rules for your own life. And that's where that independence comes in again. But don't forget to keep that open communication with others as well, because we don't want you getting caught in that stubborn mindset where you're gonna I'm gonna do what I want and no one's gonna stop me. It's not that independence isn't really about that. Independence is really just about listening to your own desires, your own thoughts, your own feelings, where you want to go in your life, what you want to achieve, and the direction that you're moving in. So that the standard society rules don't fit all of us, and sometimes you just have to look at how you're going to achieve that in your own way. So it's not about going against the law and just going wild and free and doing what you want. No, of course it's not that at all. What we're here to do is to learn how to love and be compassionate and to be fair and to be honest. But that doesn't stop you from being able to write the rules and live your life the way that you choose to live, without hurting others, obviously. It's not about stepping on people to get to where you want to be. It's just about finally being able to ask yourself what it is that you want and how you're going to achieve it. Because it came to me a little while ago, about just over a year ago, it just popped into my mind like a light bulb moment, that I completely redefined the way I saw what success meant. I was always taught that success was going and getting a job and buying a house and getting married and just working hard, working in a standard sort of job, and that was success, and earning a certain amount of money and being a certain type of person. That was what people would deem me to be successful in. But I just thought that wasn't me. That wasn't how I didn't really resonate with that, and that's not what I thought would bring me success. And so I had to completely completely just redefine what I thought the word success meant to me. And success is really just about doing the things that make you happy. And that's how I redefined it in my mind, is that I am a successful person if I am doing the things that I love, if I surround myself with the people that I love. And that's where that creating that perfect environment comes in. So it's about rewriting your own rules, and creating that rule book for yourself that is your own version of how you're going to achieve success. And that's trusting in yourself and your ability to be able to do that. And it's not about being disrespectful to others, or as I said, it's not about going against the law or anything like that. It's really just about asking yourself, what can you do to create your perfect life? And that will be a totally different success story to other people. You're never going to achieve the other things that other people have achieved in the exact same way. So it's really about finding your own rules and creating your own ideas of what success means to you, because we do actually have in your challenges and obstacles area here at the bottom, there is the little green heart, and the little green heart is representative of envy and jealousy. So it's really just about looking at things from the grass is always greener perspective, that maybe you're comparing yourself to others and other people's achievements. So it really could be as it's down here in your challenges and obstacles, that perhaps that's something you've been doing. You've been looking at how you've been following the standard rules of society. You've been trying to tick all the right boxes and do all the right things, and perhaps that's not been working for you. Or perhaps for some of you, it may be that you're looking at other people's achievements and you're following in their footsteps, but it's not working. How come they've achieved things and you haven't? Maybe you're questioning yourself a lot with that. So just be careful there not to get into that envious energy where you're comparing yourself to others, because that's what the Sheriff's Badge is all about. It's about trust and honesty. So being truthful and honest to yourself about the goals that you want to set for yourself, and the kind of environment you want to create for yourself. And it's also about just really looking at how you can write your own rules and how you can be independent without being too stubborn or digging your heels in too much, but just finding your own way in life, basically just finding your own way forward to success. So just a little reminder there not to get into that envious kind of comparison state of mind. And you also do, hiding down here, I know it's here somewhere, you also have another initial, and that is the letter S as well. So again, just a quick reminder, it could be an initial of a person, a place, an experience, an opportunity, whatever that means for you. So I feel like I've rambled on a lot. There was a lot going on up here for you, Pisces. So I hope I managed to get through that quite clearly for you. And then moving on to what's coming up for you in the recent weeks and months ahead. And we have this absolutely fantastic energy of the star. And the star is literally blessings and opportunities. So it can also be spiritual guidance as well, which we were seeing over here with the crystal ball, and that spiritual guidance is bringing you clarity, but you're also seeing it here again with the star. So it's trusting in that guidance because it's bringing you blessings and opportunities, absolute fantastic opportunities for you to really follow your dreams and your desires. So that's where this Sheriff's Badge comes in with really just redefining what success means to you and how you can achieve that, because it's really coming in here with these absolute blessings and these opportunities. You just need to find your feet, I think, Pisces. You just need to find your way. Again, as we said, you've got some ideas maybe coming in. You're wanting to create that security and that stability. You also do have an initial here, which I mustn't forget. It's the letter V, which is a bit more of an unusual one. but that is the letter V, if you can see that clearly enough there. So I'm sorry, I feel like I've talked your ear off in this charm reading, so I wanted to try and keep it quite clear and concise, but there was so much going on here for you, Pisces. But again, try not to get too caught up in your head about things. Maybe you need to just communicate with others. You may need to compromise a little bit, but it's also just gaining your independence and creating the right environment, and really rewriting your own rules and finding your own way to success. So absolute blessings and opportunities coming in for you there, Pisces. So a really exciting month ahead for you. Just maybe a little bit of work going on for you there, but some really positive signs coming in for you. So hopefully you were able to resonate with those messages. So thank you for sticking with me. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking with me, because there was a lot going on for you there, Pisces. But even though we did get a lot of messages and guidance, I really do still want to pull a couple of cards for you here with the Oracle decks. So let's get straight into that. Okay, Pisces, so here we are, a nice clear view of all of the charms that you've got, and you had many this month. So let's get straight into your cards here. So what I'm using again for this month's reading is the secret language of color. So again, as I always say, I just really love the idea of using color in our lives to enhance our moods, or to help us stay calm, or to re-energize ourselves, whatever that is for you, however you choose to use color. I just love this deck because it brings some really inspiring messages. So let's go straight in to picking a couple of additional messages for you here, Pisces. What color messages do you have coming up for you for August? Oops. So as I said, thank you so much for sticking with me this far. That was a very long reading for you, and I think lots and lots of things to take on board there for you, Pisces. But oops. Oh, there was quite a few, and they all just slid right out and sat themselves on top of the charms there. So let's quickly run through these because there's quite a few here. So we have first up green, which is revitalize your nervous system. So that's very specific to some of you. It's possible with you being a Pisces sign as well. You do have quite a lot of high running emotions. That I'm just generalizing here, that may not be for everybody, but Pisces I always do see as a very spiritually connected and very emotional sign as well. That may not be for all of you, but possibly revitalizing your nervous system, that's quite a specific message. So it could be related to your emotions. I am actually just going to grab the book here because I just want to get a clearer idea of what that message means. So I'm just going to read straight from the book. So the color green, it's a beautiful color green, which is lovely. So it has a very calming effect. It's really nice. And so the message here from the book is green revitalizes your nervous system, heart, circulatory system and liver, lowering blood pressure and releasing frustration and anger. Meditation and healing are enhanced by green, which also stimulates growth and is good for healing broken bones. Surround anyone who is unwell with green. Absorb green rays to revitalize your nervous system and heart. It also says here, focus on flooding your nervous system with green rays of light. Direct the light throughout your whole spine before moving it into your heart. Then rotate this green light around your heart until you feel your heart expand, relax, and fill up with vitality. Say, divine intelligence, please release all the pressure and stress from my heart and nervous system and fill me up with your healing, revitalizing green light. Okay, that was interesting. That was very medical. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional. Please do seek the correct medical advice that you need from the professionals if you should need it. But a very specific message for some of you there. Also, as I was saying, it did touch upon the emotional side of things, so with the stress as well. So where we're seeing that possible envy and that that comparison and also that potential stubborn energy coming in there. So that may be causing a little bit of stress. So maybe if you're good at visualization, it's always really good to be able to try and visualize that beautiful green energy surrounding you, that may be bringing in that calm positive energy into your mind. So that might help some of you. If you're not so good with meditating or visualizing, again, as the book was saying, perhaps just surround yourself with green. That's going to give you that really that sense of healing and calm as well. So as I've said, go and seek the correct professional medical advice if you do need it, if it's directly related to your health. But using the color green can also just be very calming if you're finding yourself getting very stressed and very anxious about something, and perhaps surrounding yourself with the color green, drinking some green tea, whatever that is for you. Yeah, just maybe it's a good bit of advice for some of you there that may need to hear that, just to try and keep you calm and stress free. You also have turquoise, which is awaken your empathy. Okay, so maybe where we were seeing the rubber band here, with that need for compromise, perhaps that's where that comes in for some of you, being empathetic towards others around you. So as I was saying, here with that pig energy, where it can be representative of greed or of that stubborn sort of energy. You don't want to get into that mindset that perhaps where you're digging your heels in, and that may be causing some friction with others. So it's perhaps possibly about that compromise and trying to be empathetic to other people's situations and the people that are surrounding you. So that's another very particular specific message for some of you. But I love the turquoise. That's another very calm energy there. So that's a really great color. You also had watermelon. So the watermelon says, have fun with your inner child. So that's great. That's a really good. So especially if you're trying to balance out your stress, if you're feeling that, particularly with this comparison energy, not wanting to get stuck in that negative energy of envy, it's just, bringing out your inner child and just having fun and being playful with it. Again, which we were seeing here with the dolphin in your home life and your family life. That's definitely something that was going on up here in your thoughts, was that that need for creating that peace and that harmony. But it's a very playful, very joyful energy as well. So that's great. And finally you have, this is so mysterious. I love this one though. So it's black, which is find richness from the dark night. So again, I might just quickly refer to the book on that one. I know you've been with me for quite a while here now, so I don't want to keep you for too much longer, but I just want to get some extra clarity on that message from the book here. So the black says, black is a color of protection, strength and retreat, a gateway to new experiences and a test of strength and resolve. Many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge for the better on the other side. Black dissolves the old so you can welcome the new. Receive divine wisdom and the gifts that have been buried deep inside you with the help of the black ray. And the dark night of the soul here, it suggests at some point in life, everybody experiences the dark night of the soul. Give yourself permission to connect to the black ray so it can guide you to the gifts which lie in shadow. Visualize yourself in darkness and ask for divine wisdom to show you what you need to learn from the shadow. Receive its gifts to strengthen your faith. Say, Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom and courage to connect to learn from the shadow aspect of myself. Okay, so that was very, very deep and meaningful, but hopefully that resonated with some of you. Still a really beautiful message there. So lots and lots going on for you here, Pisces. And finally, I just really wanted to get a quick summary of the reading with these lovely Moonology Oracle cards. So this is just a small deck of Moonology cards here. And I always use these at the end of the reading because they usually have great messages just to summarize all of what's going on here. And there is a lot, Pisces, a lot going on with you, a lot to think about, a lot to work on. So let's get one more message here for Pisces for the month of August. Okay, what have we got here? And so you have, oh, that's dark. Okay. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay. So interesting. That may have confused some of you even more. I feel a little bit confused. So as I was saying, there was so much going on for you up here. And what I'm hearing in my mind, which I'm being drawn to, is this comparison area again. So we have some clarity here with whatever this situation is. But I'm also being reminded that there was some tension up here with the knife, the need to cut that tension or to cut that negativity. So whatever that is, perhaps, as we were saying, with that stubborn energy or that sort of very defensive energy with the dagger there, it's possible that maybe that's not going to help in any particular situation. So this is a very specific message. I'm not sure if that's something everybody can relate to, but maybe for you, if that's something that resonates with you, then that's fantastic. Again, so as I was saying, just there's a couple of areas here of slightly negative energy that maybe won't be serving you any purpose for moving forward. But again, that's very specific. So hopefully you were able to get something from this reading. There were lots and lots of charms to consider, and you had to sit here and listen to me ramble on for long enough now. So I just want to say, have a fantastic month of August. I really hope you were able to resonate with some of those messages, Pisces. And thank you, as always, for being so supportive and bringing your lovely energy here for these readings. And I'm wishing you all love, light, and blessings.